is a beautiful designer, and we are reminded of Mother Earth's creations at every turn. Nature conspires with us and for us. It is part of us. We are part of her, and we are all connected. These are the opening words on the welcome page of my book, Botanical Mandalas. So, hello, lovely reader and listener. Thank you for being here. Welcome to a creative connection with nature and this little corner of mine in the online world with me, Louise Gale. I'm a mixed media artist, and most of my time here will be spent sharing the little creative ways I weave nature into my art practice. I will also be exploring and sharing little snippets of inspiration for you to explore your own. So this is episode 4, and today I'm talking a little about my very first book I self-published, which is called Botanical Mandalas. And if you stay to the end, I'm offering a little giveaway and some extra news of other giveaways as well for all of my books, so stay tuned. So I self-published my very first book in 2018. It was a passion project called Botanical Mandalas, Draw, Paint and Create Expressive Mandalas Inspired by Nature. I think it's about 176 pages, and that is quite big for a regular book, I am told. So it was inspired by a practice I had been taking part in to combine the healing energy of nature with the meditative process of mandala making. So when I first moved to Spain, which was early 2013, I had no art materials and no dedicated place to create in at that time. So I would take myself out into nature to explore the local area. And as I walked along the beach, barefoot on the sand, I felt a sense of tranquility, and I soon found myself creating little circular designs on the beach with shells and stones, wood, flowers, and whatever I would find on my daily walks. Not only was it a way to create with nature, but it also enabled me to spend time looking more closely at the little treasures I found as I went about my walk. So if you are listening to this on Substack, you will see there are some photos within this post. So if you are on Spotify or somewhere else listening to this podcast, I'll leave a link to my Substack. So if you want to go and have a look at the photos, you can take a look via that link. But below is one of the first shell mandalas I documented. So you'll see that there's a lovely circle or two circles of little shells with a little heartstone pink stone in the centre of that, and the sea in the background. So hopefully you get a sense of the peace I was feeling when I was in that environment and creating that lovely nature mandala. So this was the beginning of a journey into nature mandala making. I had been doodling in my journal on the beach in the weeks prior, and sometimes those little doodles grew into mandala designs. But more specifically, this practice had morphed into using botanicals and objects from nature to form designs within a sacred circle. So this practice was not only the beginning of an amazing creative journey for me, but also a wonderful way to practice the art of letting go. I would create these little mandalas of found objects on the beach and then leave them for others to find or for the sea to wash away. I've added another little photo of a nature mandala that I created using rose petals, pods and more into the post as well. So at the time, I could not find any reference to these types of mandalas, so I started my own creations guided by my time in nature and called them nature mandalas, and then of course decided on the name of Botanical Mandalas. So I'll be sharing so much more about this process here on Creative Connection with Nature in more posts in the future, so stay tuned. So mandalas versus botanical mandalas. So the word mandala comes from Sanskrit language, loosely meaning circle or completion, which promotes peace and balance. And I'm sure many of you have likely seen mandalas and maybe even created mandalas of your own. So mandalas can be used as a tool for self-reflection and are often used for meditation, relaxation, and as part of a particular therapy to help patients tap into their subconscious. So, drawing your own mandalas can be both inspirational, symbolic, and therapeutic. And I've shared a little kind of doodle mandala of mine from my early mandala doodling days, and you can kind of get to see what I call a traditional mandala. So these traditional mandalas are pretty much formed with a framework that can be broken up from, let's say, 8 to 36 or even sometimes 72 segments. And these are divided by concentric circles. And the designs kind of like grow from the center of this framework and outwards, and they're all connected. So the motifs can be geometric, they can contain swirls, lines and dots and arches and much more. So that's a traditional mandala. I guess my interpretation of it, a very short interpretation. There's more actually in the book. And then botanical mandalas celebrate the beauty of nature and our personal relationship with the natural world around us. So these can be two different things. These are two different ways I normally approach botanical mandalas. So number one is the natural mandala-like form of a single flower, such as a daisy or a sunflower or dandelion, that already exists in nature. So this is when we're looking down on a flower from above. You'll notice there is a very natural kind of mandala form. The flower has a centre and then it kind of radiates out with its petals to form that lovely natural design. And then number two, a more self-constructed mandala design. So using, I guess, what we would call a traditional framework or traditional framework methods with various flowers and fauna motifs repeated out around the centre. And they all kind of radiate from the centre point and they grow towards the outer edge of the circle. And these kind of, I guess, are a bit more like the traditional mandala, so they have a bit more of a structure to them. And you'll be able to see kind of clear repeating around the circular form and where these segments are as well. So this particular process, this more structural process, I actually teach this in a free Introduction to Botanical Mandalas mini class, and that's available on the Skillshare learning platform. And in my Substack, I've actually added a link there. If you're not already on Skillshare, you can get 3 months access to this class and thousands of other classes for free. So be sure to check that out in my Substack post. I've also got it on my own learning portal as well. So if you want to purchase that mini class from me, you can go onto my learning portal via my link in my Substack and you can actually purchase it. I think it's something like $26 or something, but you get to keep that forever. So there's no restriction on how long you have access to that. And in my Substack blog post, you'll see the 2 examples of the types of botanical mandalas, just to illustrate that example as well. So hopefully that will help you understand botanical mandalas and see my absolute love for creating these beauties inspired by nature. So a little bit about the book. And I've included a photo here of me holding my book. Sometimes I would take it out in nature with me and do some drawing and hold it up just against the natural background. And this is a photo of me doing that in Spain. And here's a description that actually you'll find on the sales pages of the book. So reconnect to Mother Earth and recharge your creativity by combining the healing energy of nature with the meditative process of drawing and painting mandalas. My Botanical Mandalas book is your guidebook to slowing down and journeying within while creating organic expressions of the natural elements that most speak to your unique way of looking at the world. So discover simple ways to capture inspiration from nature's beauty, Delve into the inspiration from a single flower or leaf as you begin to see nature with new fascination. Learn to draw simple organic motifs you can incorporate into lovely mandala designs, and explore fun ways to use watercolour and mixed media in your mandala work. So this book is, I guess, one part inspiration and one part how-to. Botanical Mandalas is full of inspiration for reconnecting with nature's beauty to inspire you to create expressive mandala artworks. So it includes drawing, painting, and mixed media projects to find endless inspiration for your own botanical mandala journey. Now, on the cover of my book is a botanical mandala that I created using watercolours, and this is what I call a radial mandala. So all the flowers are kind of like bursting out from the centre of the design, and there's a photograph of me in process kind of creating that design that eventually made it onto the cover of the book. In addition to everything you learn within the book, you can also learn all sorts of mixed media botanical mandalas in my online masterclasses as well. So I've added a link to those there. There's 12 episodes in that masterclass series, and I dive into all sorts of materials so you can learn about drawing and colouring, watercolours, mindful creation. We do stamps and printmaking. We do colour inspiration. We do sewing, mixed media pieces, petal pressing, engraving on wood, and lots of different things. It's just lots and lots of mixed media fun, and I really enjoyed putting those together, and they're available for you to enroll in if you feel called into learning from me via an online class. So I just wanted to share a few lovely words about my book from readers below, and then I'll talk to you about the giveaway as well. So I'm really excited to be giving away a copy of the book to one lucky reader or listener. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the book, then obviously you can find out more on my website, and you can find the information and all of the testimonials and lovely words that people have written about my book on my Amazon pages. So I think I've got 4 here that I can just share with you. So this one is from D&C, and they write, gorgeous book and worth every penny. So this is a lovely book, beautiful, inspiring, detailed how-tos. It felt like a bit of a risk buying it, as it's quite a pricey book, and I couldn't see a preview of any of the pages, but it was worth every penny. So thank you so much, D&C. I actually emailed this person to say thank you, because she also emailed me as well to let me know that she put this review up, and she was so excited that she'd purchased this book, so that was lovely to hear. And then Kay Reynolds writes, the creative sparks to awaken your senses in nature and crack open into your mixed media supplies. So Kay Reynolds writes, the book feels so good in your hands. It's flexible and soft, but rugged like a favourite moleskin journal. It is lovely to look through, but paging through, I immediately discover this is a book I will use to take more notice in nature and create and cherish. Written in a down-to-earth style, it includes lots of step-by-step or inspiring ideas, whether it's using photography, painting, drawing, stamping, clay, or actual arrangement of petals, leaves, and items from nature. So thank you so much, Kay Reynolds. And then Vanessa Black, she writes, wonderful, inspiring book. I absolutely love this book. Louise has set it out so beautifully. It's inspiring, easy to follow. It's given me back my wonder in all things little and magical. It's a beautiful combination of the love of botanical and the love of art. And then the last testimonial I just included on my Substack post here was from Wendy McGovern, and she writes, inspirational and informative, full of gorgeous artwork. This book is fabulous. The artwork is gorgeous, and there is a wealth of information on creating mandalas, drawing and painting mandalas, crafting mixed media mandalas, and even sculpting with clay, all with nature as your inspiration. Definitely one of my favourite art books. So thank you so much, Wendy, and thank you so much to everybody who has left some feedback on Amazon and has left feedback on my Facebook page and my Instagram and written to me personally as well. It's been so wonderful to hear all of your stories from using the book, and it's still going strong now, and I'm still extremely proud of it, and I'm so excited to be giving away a copy today. So let's get to it. Let's get to the giveaway. So to actually enter the giveaway, you do need to be on my Substack post. So please do go to louisegale.substack.com and look for episode 4, which is a Botanical Mandalas book giveaway. And to enter the giveaway, you just need to do 2 things. Number 1 is to add a comment to the post itself and let me know why this book would be a wonderful addition to your arty bookshelf. And then number 2, all you have to do is restack this post. So when I say restack, that is that there's a little circular arrow icon at the bottom of the blog post, and you just use that to essentially share. So all you need to do is restack the post with a comment sharing how this book could help others looking to connect with nature and their creativity. And obviously, because this is a self-published book, if you do feel called to share this with your friends and family, then I would be so appreciative of that. And thank you in advance for sharing any information about the book. Now, if you are just reading or listening to this and have missed the giveaway, don't worry. Please do consider subscribing, as I do offer plenty of giveaways, and there are quite a few coming up in the run up to the holiday season as well. And I usually run them kind of a few times a year as well. So if you subscribe, then you will get notified next time I have a giveaway coming up. So if you also feel called to purchase my book or any of my other books for yourself or a friend or a family member, the holidays are coming up, by the way, then remember you also get access to the book club. So in the book club, I have some extra downloads and some videos from me from some of the projects that are actually inside the book. So when I was recording some of the things, when I was writing the book, I recorded myself actually making some of the designs, and I did some videos as well talking about the book. So I've included all of that in the book club, which you get when you win or you purchase my book. So one of my other books is actually Colouring Botanical Blooms, Bouquets and Mandalas. That's a colouring book, and I just added a little image there of me colouring the double spread inside the book. So if you prefer to colour in designs rather than creating designs, then I do have colouring books as well. So there are going to be more giveaways, and I also have my thankful sale on at the moment too. So I always love to host giveaways during November as a way of saying thank you to you. So if you're listening to this, or you're following me on my social media, or you subscribe, then it's just a way of saying thank you and sharing more about what I love to do. And I have actually published 7 books currently, so look out for more giveaways over the coming weeks ahead. So writing and contributing to arty books is something I absolutely love doing, and you can find more info on my press page on louisegale.com, and also in more information about all the books that I have created as well. And I'm excited to create more in the near future. I've got lots of ideas for books, and they are incredibly time consuming to put together, because obviously I do create all the art and I write all of the information in the books, and then I also do all of the layouts now myself. I have worked with a layout artist before called Tonya Jenny. She is amazing, but now I do actually do all of that layout artistry myself, so it's quite a lot of work. So in addition to my book giveaway, I've also got my annual thankful sale on, which I'm offering 40% off all of my online art classes and 50% off all of my bundled classes. So if you're interested in taking an online art class with me, this is the best time to grab a spot and gift yourself, or others of course. So if you would like to gift somebody else then for the holidays, then please just let me know and I will organise a gift voucher for you. I'll be happy to do that for you. So just let me know. So if you've listened this far, thank you so much. And today was a bit of a different type of post. Next week I will be bringing you episode 5, which will be all about being inspired by leaves. So I'm going to be digging a lot deeper into my creative connection with nature, information, and sharing lots of lovely ways you can get creative when you are inspired by leaves. So I just want to let you know how grateful I am that you make space inside your inbox for my newsletters and podcasts. So thank you so much for supporting the work I do, and I hope I can continue to inspire. So much love from me, Louise, and thank you for being part of the creative connection with nature. So the world is my art studio and nature my materials, and art will always be flowing from my heart, coded within nature and with the centre of our earth. So thanks again for reading Creative Connection with Nature by me, artist Louise Gale. And if you would like to receive new posts and support my work, then please go ahead and subscribe. I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks again, everyone.